Hey guys, I am getting on here to let you know I will not be at school on Wednesday. I will be at a place called K9 Companions for Independence up in the Irving, Dallas area. They are a place that has service dogs for people who qualify for a service dog, and our son Brady has qualified because of his cognitive disabilities. He's a little behind than other kids, and so we get to go meet some of the dogs and see which one might be the best fit for him. We don't get to bring him home, but we do, not yet, anyways. But that's where we're going to be tomorrow as a family, getting to meet a potential dog for Brady. So you will actually be here in your Tuesday, Wednesday folder in the third 9 weeks, week of March 1st through the 5th. Step one is going to be your grammar. So you're looking at commonly confused words again, just like we did last week. These are commonly confused by people, and so you're looking at the spellings of accept and then breathe or breath. So noticing one's a noun and one's a verb. So these will be your notes, and then you're going to be writing for that 5-minute timer about any topic below your notes. And then you can use any combination of these words 5 times. So any 5 of these, maybe 2 accepts with an A, 1 accept with an E, and then a breathe and a breath. However you want to do it, but you're writing about anything you want to, using your own words and sentences. And each time you use one of these words, you'll underline or highlight it, and then turn it in over here in step 1. So then you'll move on to step 2. You're going to notice we're talking about how pressures and motivations can lead to character change. I have a little example about one of the friends of mine who's kind of been negative a lot lately, and so I haven't been wanting to hang out with her. She's changed from how she used to be and fun and exciting, and now she's a little bit more negative. And so you can go through that example and see that it's kind of comparing it to how your character in your novel has probably changed from the first book, if you're reading a series, to now second or third book, for example, or from the beginning of your book, they might have changed and become an evolving character into something else because of some pressures and motivations. So you'll get to the part where you're going to create something that looks like this over your novel. So this is the one over Sunny from Ponies. She went from being playful and excited to bold and daring. And you only have to use one word. I know I used 2 here. And then I talked about what pressures caused that, what motivations caused it, and then a theory there at the bottom. So you're going to do that on your own with your novel. You've got a 15-minute timer, and you'll turn it in here to step 2 in Schoology. You'll see as you try this out on your own, right here, there's a click here for the character trait list that we've used in the past. If you need some ideas on what to do. But if you follow that example format, put the character's name, the trait that they were, and the new trait that they are now, explain some pressures and motivations that cause this shift in your character's trait, and then put a working theory. Because of so-and-so's motivation to do something, they changed from this word to that word, from this trait to that trait, in order to do something. I think I said stay true to herself, and that's what Sunny was trying to do in the book or the short story Ponies. So you will have something that will look like this. You will have something that will look like one of these. Oh, I can't find the slide. Here it is. It's going to look like this when you're finished. It'll have the character's name, the word that they were at the beginning of the novel, what they become at the end or towards the end of the book, and then pressures and motivations along with your theory. You'll also make sure you have at least 2 images that you draw. So that's going to go here in step 2. Then you'll move on to book love time. You'll get 20 minutes of reading, and then you'll want to go ahead and you'll have about 30 minutes to work on your dystopian project. And so what that will look like, you'll see the instructions have some information that says during our dystopian unit, we have focused on character traits, systemic problems, external problems, obstacles, symbols. Those have kind of been our main focus. We did look at archetypes. I just don't have that on here. But you're going to select one of these or a combination of these to choose from. And you will have a choice of doing this digitally using Google Slides or using the big white legal size paper that can be provided to you by myself or the sub. And it's going to include any 4 of your choice. So you might have 4 character traits, 4 symbols. Maybe you choose 2 character traits and 2 symbols, but it has to be 4 total. Maybe you have 4 external problems or systemic problems your character faces. Then you're going to have a summary section and an analysis with the corresponding numbers explaining each one of your text evidence pieces. So if you'll notice, you're going to see some examples. Okay, you're going to see some examples below the instructions. So here's an example finished product where they have their 4 items: discrimination, crime and punishment, censorship, and child rearing. They've got their text evidence in those boxes, and then they have an analysis of each one over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 corresponds with each box that's numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And so it'll say this piece of dialogue shows that, or this piece of dialogue explains that. And it's going to give an explanation. Then you have a summary of your work here. Why did you choose to draw these items? I think is what this person is writing. This shows my thinking by explaining that blah, blah, blah. So you have to have some pictures along with the 4 things you pick, whether it's 4 character traits, 4 symbols, whatever you choose, an analysis section and a summary section. So it can look like this, like exactly set up this way where the picture's in the middle and you have your 4 things. Or you can decide to make sort of like a chart where there's, the 4 things over here and the explanation over here, however you choose to do it. But you do have to have 4 different things, whether it's character traits, symbols, external problems, and inside that box or square or circle, whatever you draw, has to be text evidence to prove that your character was courageous or brave or determined or whatever you choose. You can't just be like, yeah, he's determined because I know he is. There's got to be text evidence directly from your text. And then you explain it in your analysis and you have a summary section. So you'll see the rubric underneath. There's also this generic example that I have from ponies. I have different things that come up in that story, such as violence, popular ranking. They have fake personalities, conformity, which is fitting in with the crowd, and then there's text evidence to prove that here, and then there would be in those others. This is just an unfinished example to show you what it might look like. So use those as your guide, and you're working on that today, and then you also will have the second half of class on Friday to work on this as well, and then we will turn that in that day. So you're going to go through all of these steps on the Tuesday, Wednesday folder, and then once you're finished, then you will go on to your next class. If you have any questions, you can message me here with this envelope, and I'll try to get back with you as soon as I can.